Good day everyone, welcome back to the channel. I trust that you're all doing well. In this video, I'm going to quickly check in on the price action of Ethereum, as Ethereum has hit, well, 2 out of the 3 short-term targets to the upside, darn near hitting target number 3 since I put out this video about 2 weeks ago looking for the breakout here. And these are just short-term targets. I'm not anticipating any major selling at this point in time, but of course I always lay the conditions inside the chart that I'll be looking for. I mean, there's certain areas where if price action begins to fall down below, well, then I have to adjust my bias, but I'm not seeing that just yet. So the 3 targets that I had from the breakout from putting out that video in this area right here was the one spot 272. You saw price action get up in there. Little bit of a pullback from that level, the red 10 simple picking it up, and then target number 2 getting hit pretty quickly here, the one spot 414. Little bit of a pullback from there as well. And then my third target was the one spot 618, and we got pretty darn close to that area right there. And the reason why I have these 3 short-term targets is, you know, if you're looking at this from a breakout trade perspective, I mean, there's lots of ways you could play that. You could do, you know, profit taking here as well, and then have a smaller amount remaining to see if your third target gets hit on the short term. That's typically how I'll do a breakout trade like that once the conditions are met. So we're seeing a bit of a pullback from that area right now. You know, Ethereum's come down and tested this area of support here. That's marked out by this horizontal coming in at 4,476, and living just down below that, we do see the yellow 21 exponential moving average coming into confluence with that area. So certainly if Ethereum wants to hold that level, go sideways from here, I mean, this bullish trajectory is still very, very much intact. However, if we come into the 4-hour chart here, we can see that there's a little bit of downside pressure implied on this chart. We're seeing when things got trending to the upside, we saw the 55 holding up price action here as well. We did see things come down and test that 100 as well as the 89 there, and then the 55 takes over again here, and pretty much in this area as well. We see the 89 getting tested here, and now we're seeing potentially that those moving averages getting broke here. This is a Sunday, so I don't put a heck of a lot of stock into it, and the trading day still has well, let's go back to the daily here. The trading day still has about 5 hours remaining in it. So I go off the candle body closures, and with the traditional markets opening up just around the corner, that's when, you know, I feel I'll have a way better idea as to what's going on. But, you know, just looking at the chart in front of us here, you know, we are seeing pressure begin to mount for the first time in quite some time. We do see that the red 10 simples looking to try to get through that the 55, and right on the heels of that is the 21 and 30 as price action just grinds its way to the downside here. So this is implying some short-term downside, but again, 4-hour chart is not the most powerful chart in the world, and I'd be looking to the daily as well as to see what Bitcoin does and the rest of the market here. But, you know, seeing a pullback from this level up here, again, not unusual. You know, I was mentioning that well in advance when we were all the way back in here, that, hey, if you see some of these levels get hit, the pullback from those areas, it's fairly common that it's just a little bit of profit taking. And as a lot of, you know, professionals are taking, you know, their breakout trade positions off the table. So far, that's all that I'm seeing. But if we start closing candle bodies down below this level here around 4,476, then I'll be watching down here to about 4,287. We see just above that the 30 simple moving average. But first of all, we need to see that 21 broken. As you can see after this closure right here, that the 21 on a daily has been respected ever since. So for me to start seeing a change of behavior, first and foremost, we got to see a candle body close down below that 21. So coming into the new trading week, those are the levels to the downside that I'll be watching first and foremost. Of course, if we see those levels get taken out, I'm happy to come back and reassess. But what I'm looking for from here is obviously I'm looking for price action to get back up and start closing above this this all-time high here. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this little fib level like that. We could do something like this. Take a little rectangle here. Let's go ahead and stick that on just like so. If price action is able to hold these levels and start grinding its way back up, what I'll be looking for is I'm going to be looking for price action to start closing up above this level right here. So the top side of that box coming in at approximately 4,871, getting dailies closing up above there, confirming that as support. Well, then I think price discovery is simply game on at that point in time. And I'll be looking for some higher side targets to hit. Perhaps we could even do something like this for the next, I'd consider these short to midterms, more to the short side of things, but the next targets that I'd be watching would be assuming those conditions get met, would be the one spot 272 right here, coming in at approximately 5,123, and just up above that we have the one spot 414, and that is coming in at approximately 5,500. So those would be my next 2 targets. If things pick themselves back up here, start closing above the top side of that, those are the 2 areas that I'll be watching to the upside next. Anyhow, thanks so much for coming by and checking out this video. Hope you're all doing well out there. Looking forward to seeing the next one, and until I do, have yourself a powerful day.